What if I told you recessions don't just happen? They leave a trail of warning signs first. And right now, these signals are starting to flash again. In this video, we're going to break down the most accurate recession indicator or predictor in history, what's happening in the job market right now, and the one signal that directly impacts you and me. Before we jump into the video, I have a quick favor that really helps grow the channel. If you enjoy simple, no nonsense breakdowns of the economy, hit the like and subscribe so more people can find this content. Now let's hop into it. So a recession isn't just the economy slowing down, okay? Technically, it's a broad decline in the economic activity like jobs, spending, business investments, all falling at the same time. And here's the key. By the time it's officially announced, it's for the most part already too late. Now, that's why economists focus on leading indicators, signals that show where the economy is going, not where it has been. Okay. Um, so hop into it. The yield curve. All right. This is a big one. So try to follow me with this. Okay. So the yield curve compares short-term and long-term interest rates. Normally, long-term interest rates are higher. But when short-term rates rise above long-term rates, the curve inverts. Okay? And historically, every US recession in the last 50 years has been preceded by an inverted yield curve. Right now, that inversion has already happened. What this means, markets expect weaker growth in the future. Banks also lend less in this type of environment, which slows down the economy even more. So when this flips, it's a serious warning sign. All right. Shifting over into the job market. We're going to talk a little bit about the job market. The job market is usually the last thing to fall. But when it starts to weaken, it does matter. Unemployment might still look low on the surface, but here's what economists watch for. Okay, they typically watch for hiring slowdowns, begin rising, job openings start dropping. For example, even a small increase like unemployment rising from, let's say, 3.5% to 4.5% can signal a major shift. And so why is that? Because fewer jobs means less income. Less income, less spending. Okay? And that leads directly into the next sign. Okay? Consumer spending drops. We're going to talk a little bit about consumer spending. Okay? So consumer spending drives about 70% of our US economy. So when people stop spending, everything slows down. Okay? This shows up in retail sales declining, people not purchasing clothing or going out spending money at shops and stores and things like that. Credit card debt is rising and saving rates are falling. Okay? People start pulling back basically, not because they want to, but because they have to. And once that happens, businesses make less money. If businesses start to make less money, what do you think will happen? They're gonna start cutting jobs. Okay, it's a loop. Our economy is surrounded and based on a loop. One thing happens, it's just going to continue a trickle down until a lot of things are affected. Okay, quick pause. If you want more breakdowns like this that actually explain what's happening in the economy uh, without confusing jargon, make sure to subscribe and turn your notifications on so you don't miss out on what's coming next. We're gonna hop back into it. All right. So what's gonna happen next? If we're starting to see some signs of recession, what's gonna happen next? Okay, here's where it kind of gets a little serious. When all three signals line up, yield curve inversion, job weakness, and falling spending, it increases the probability of a recession significantly. The Federal Reserve often responds by cutting interest rates, but there's a catch to that. They usually don't cut until the economy is already slowing. Markets can become volatile and businesses start preparing for downturn conditions, but they're not going to cut till more than likely until it's too late. So the big question is, Are we heading into a recession right now, or is this just a slowdown that we're feeling? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every single comment. It's not a lot of them, so I read every single comment. If you found this helpful, um, or if you find this content helpful, like the video, subscribe, and share with someone who is trying to understand a little bit more about the economy. And remember, this is Economics, your number one source for everything econ. Um, See you on the next video. Thank you.